So students, today we are going to learn general science of standard 6. So students, we are learning the lesson natural resources, air, water and land. So here we have discussed air and water. Now we are going to discuss about the land. So here, for which purposes is water being used? So here, for what purpose we are using is there one picture shown. You see that you can find many ways we are using the water. So do other living things use water like we do? We use water in large quantities. We have learned the water on the earth is regulated through the water cycle. The water vapor formed from oceans is the main source of water in the water cycle. It gets converted into rain, creating fresh water sources on earth. So here, what is the main source of water on land? Is water vapors formed on the ocean that gives the rain. Okay, so there are many ways we are using for factories, for houses, home appliances, water for drinking. See here, tank is shown. For farming, for washing our equipments, for clothes, for swimming, for what that we take bath. Okay, so these are all different purposes we are using water. We get water from natural sources such as streams, rivers, ponds, springs and lakes. These are the sources of water. Man also digs well and bore wells to lift groundwater. To get groundwater, we do well and bore wells. Okay. Apart from this, man has also constructed ponds and dams of various sizes on rivers. So we know there are many dams and ponds there. Okay. So due to uncontrolled use of water for an increasing population, industry and farming, it is now its short supply. Water scarcity has become a serious problem. So here, when there is a summer day, we require tankers for some places to provide water, or our water resources give less water than the required. The rivers are without water. Okay, so these things happen because scarcity of water. This is a misuse or so large use, uncontrolled use. We are not controlling how much water should be used in one day. So this gives a scarcity. So okay, so what you have to do, use water sparingly, means use water whatever required, not waste the water. Block water, let it percolate. When the rainy season is there, we should stop water going to ocean. We should block it and percolate in the earth. Store water wherever possible. Wherever possible, you have to store the water. Reuse water wherever possible. Remember, stored water does not become stale at once. Reuse the water. Same water used for 2-3 purposes. Okay. So stored water does not become stale at once. So those are water in the earth which is going through percolation will not be wasted. So see here. Can you tell what is land made of? Is land flat everywhere? What do you see on land? Does man produce soil land? What has man created on land? If a deep pit is dug in the ground, what do you find there? Okay, these are some questions and we'll get the answers below. So let us find these answers. Okay, and we should follow this answer. You should write this in the notebook, all the questions whatever we have covered, and write their answers also. So see here, the last topic is land. Land is not man-made. It is naturally occurring. Okay, we cannot make land on ourselves. We cannot produce soil. Okay, so land is seen in the form of stone, soil, big rocks. It is not flat everywhere. It is hilly in some places and flat in others. Sometimes hilly, sometimes flat. All terrestrial animals, including man, live on land. Some terrestrial dig burrows in the ground for shelter. Okay, some are making holes and they stay there. Okay, this means that they use land for fulfilling their need. We also use land for farming and for building houses and roads. We also use land for farming and building houses. Okay, we make use of plants and animals in the forest that grow on land. The mineral, crude oil and natural gas obtained from the earth are very important for us. It means that land is an important resource. Let us see exactly what land is made up of. So here given many uses of land and what is the use for man and how it is formed, how it is shaped. Okay, it is everything covered in this paragraph. Okay, so for what animal use land, and for the purpose of human, what is the use of land, how we are using land, and the things which are on the land. Okay, so we'll get answers of these questions here. So see here is one experiment given. We have to take a plastic bottle, take a transparent plastic bottle, a handful of soil, some stone, sand, some dry leaves and water. So see here, big stones, small stones, sand, soil, dry leaves, and in between that middle there is water. Okay, cut off the upper tapering part of bottle. Put the rest of material in the lower part of and add water. Stir the mixture thoroughly and put it aside. Observe in the next step and answer. How does the mixture in the bottle look now? Do you see layer in it? Do you see in the different layer from top to bottom? So we have to take all the material and we have to stir it, and again we have to put it, and we have to pour water inside it and see what will happen in the experiment. So the land on earth also look like this. If a pipeline is being laid in your neighborhood, observe carefully the pits dug for this purpose. You will see some layers under the land surface as shown in the accompanying figure. So here these dry leaves or humus, soil, immature soil, layers of soil and small rocks and bedrocks. This is the layers of land. These are the layers of land. Okay, now if the land has mature soil, the topmost layer is formed by the decomposition of the remains of plant and animals. This layer is called humus. Humus is nothing but the decomposition of remains of plants and animals. It is usually found in dense forest. The land below this soil is full of sand, soil, small stones, worms and insects. Soil and pieces of bedrocks are found below this layer of land. This soil is immature. It is not perfect for plants. Further below this layer, the proportion of soil decreases and the rock increases. This is the layer of bedrock. The main minerals in the soil are derived from these rocks. That is why soil is different region in different. The color and texture of soil are both determine the bedrock. So here given the layers of the soil or layers of the land. So the uppermost part is a mature soil. Below that everything is immature soil. Okay, the small rocks, bedrocks, the minerals come from these rocks. Okay, this is given here, which is called bedrock. Now this is immature soil and small rocks. The main soil is humus and soil is this found deep forest. Okay, the process of soil formation. So how soil is getting formed? The soil on the land is formed by a natural process. It is not man-made process, it's a natural happening. The abiotic components of soil are supplied through the weathering of the bedrock. Due to the heat, cold and water of the sun, wind and rain respectively, the bedrock breaks down into pieces. Stone, sand and soil are formed from these pieces. So what happened? Because of heat, cold, water and of the sun, wind and rain. So heat of sun, cold of wind and water of rain, it breaks this bedrock It becomes into small pieces, gets stone, sand and soil. Microbes, worms and insects are found among them. There are also microbes, worms and insects. Okay, earthworm like this. Rodents like mice and rats are also found here. Also, rats and mice are making holes in the soil and they are living there. The roots of the trees growing on the land also helps weathering of rocks. Also, to breaking the rocks, there is one more reason is the roots of the plants. This process of soil formation is slow and continuous. This is very slowly happening. Not even one day it is happening. It takes about 1,000 years for a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of mature soil to form. So from here to form this 2.5 centimeter layer, it takes thousands years. It is not happening in one day, and this happens because of water, heat and air. Okay, so got it? So on page number 7, soil can get destroyed in a short period due to floods, storms and human activities such as mining. So when soil also we can remove, it can be destroyed because very flood situation, all the 2.5 centimeter layer which is formed mature soil for life, this can be going in the sea with floods, storms and human activities, mining. This is why it is necessary to conserve soil and to prevent erosion of the land. Okay, the best remedy for this is to increase the green cover of the land. So we have to, green cover means we have to plant the plants. Okay, erosion of land is reduced if grass, trees and bushes are grown it. What we can do, we plant grass, trees and bushes. So what is the next thing? Obtain specimens of soil from various places in your surroundings such as your own yard, a garden, hills, river banks, fields and rocky ground. Note the differences in the specimen with respect to color, feel, texture and the size of particles. You know that soil at different thing is a different. Somewhere is a sand, somewhere it is a different color, and somewhere soil is different, somewhere is rocky. Okay, so you have to find it. Now here it is given, humus is the layer formed on soil due to the decomposition of dead plants and animals by microbes. So humus, how humus is found? Because of microbes, decomposition process of dead plants and animals. Humus supplies nutrient to the soil. Humus is also important for aerating the soil and for holding water in the soil. So humus help to hold the water and minerals. The proportion of humus is the upper layer of good fertile soil is about 33% to 50%. The proportion of humus on the upper layer 2.5 centimeter of whatever good soil, mature soil is there, 33% to 50%. Okay. So what are the constituents of soil? Classify them as biotic and abiotic constituents. Okay. So see here, forests on land got buried underground due to the great upheavals and took place on the earth many ages ago. After that, the process of formation of fossil fuels from the remains of living things took place underground. Okay, many forests get buried, animals also get buried on the earth so many years ago. After that, the process of formation of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels means petrol, diesel, rock, these are from the remains of living things, took place underground, not on the ground, it is underground. So we get fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin and other useful material like tar and wax from the fossil fuel called crude oil. So from earth we get crude oil, and from that crude oil we prepare petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin and other useful materials. Tar and wax also. Tar we use for building roads, okay, the black color. So here living things use land, water and air available on earth, and so does man. So man also, another living thing also use land, water and air available on the earth. However, the proportion of these resources that are actually put to use very small as compared to the whole earth. So look at the following table. Land is 29%. Potable water, fresh water is 0.3%. See here, there is no water of sea, we cannot drink it. Fresh water is 0.3%. Oxygen is 21%. Even in these small proportions, the resources shown in the below table are sufficient for all living things. So this proportion is only can survive all the animals on the earth. Only it is very necessary for man to control this greed. In other words, he must use these resources judiciously. He should do justice with the resources. He should not use only, the man should not use all the resources. He should give the justice to the animals, those are living, with the awareness that are meant for all other living things and not just for mankind. These resources are not for only man. These are all for animals, those are living on the earth, plants for them. We should give them justice. Okay, we should not use excessively for man purpose only. Okay, so what is there? Institutes at work. There is one institute, India Meteorological Department, IMD, was established in 1875 for studying this weather in the Indian subcontinent. The main function of this institute to observe the weather and to make weather forecast. So we get news, their weather forecast is there. So because of this IMD, they are giving this weather forecast. This institute also conducts research related to changes in weather, makes forecast about rain and studies the development related to the global warming. These also related studies of weather and makes forecast of rains and studies the development related to the global warming. So this is the lesson. Okay, so this lesson is finished. So write down the question answers, okay, in the notebook of science, okay, and put the photo of your homework on the group.